Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and we are just going to play in some makeup today. I actually did do a full face. I do need to put some highlighter on my nose, but other than that, I'm trying to choose between two of my spooky palettes, or we're going to do one eye per palette. So today I am choosing between Peachy Queen We're All Mad Here palette, which I really love because again, the color story, it has something to be desired. You can't do a neutral look with this at all, but I love the blue and then the two plums and then the very icy shimmers are really nice. And the other palette, which I'm still hurting about this, it's the Corpse Bride palette. I was actually going to film with it a couple days ago, and I opened it, and as you can see, this shade right here was shattered. And so I had to repress it with some rubbing alcohol, but I'm still pretty upset about it. It hurt my heart. But I'm thinking maybe I can do like a chilled look. I mean, you know, it's getting cold. Okay, you know what? Each palette is gonna take an eye. Because I can't really pick between the two. But the first eye, I think I'm gonna use the Corpse Bride palette, and let me bring you guys in. Oh, I overdid my eyebrows and they don't match either. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. So we are just gonna hop right on into it. I think I'm gonna take this blue right here. This is also the first time I'm gonna be playing in this palette, so we'll see how this goes. And my lids are starting to crease. Oh no. And so far the color's on there, but I do wish that it had some more vibrancy to it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into, I think, the deepest blue to darken up the outer corner, and then I'm gonna go into the very light blue and blend it out and see how I feel about that. And so far there hasn't been any fallout, so that's nice. I'll take my time. But the formula is a bit powdery. Okay, I'm gonna go for that lighter blue and see how I feel about that. Oh, very powdery. You can kind of see it, which is nice. I'm gonna bring it in a bit more. I do feel like I lost some of that mid-tone blue. I'm gonna try and see if I can add a little bit back in. And just blend it all together. I'm gonna go ahead and add the shimmer. I'm gonna go for the one that was broken. And I'm gonna see how I like it. Oh. Oh, wow. That's actually super pretty. I'm gonna use a brush instead. As pretty as the shimmer is, it's also a little weak. I'll try and carve it out a little bit more. How do I feel about this? Go into that lighter blue and bring it all the way right here. And again, a little bit more of that deep blue. And then lastly, the mid-tone. It's very pretty. Again, it's very limiting because it's basically blue and like one pop of lavender. But I don't hate it. I am gonna take that very icy. It's silver, but it's also got like a blue, tiny blue tint to it. I'm just gonna go all right here. On the eye, they look basically the same. And I am gonna use my finger. Yeah, the finger application was a little bit better. And then there is like a deep berry that I think I'm gonna use right here to connect my under eye to that deep blue. How are we gonna do that? I'm gonna use this brush right here. Just take a little bit at the very tip. Might be able to barely see it because of my eye bags. Oh, you can kind of see it. A little bit more, and then I'm also going to tap a little bit into that deep blue. And I just connected it right into my eye bag. And then I think I might add a tiny bit of the very light blue under my eye. Again, it's just going to disappear right into my eye bags, but that's okay. Just gonna tap, tap, tap. Lightest blue, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of the mid-tone. Very interesting. I kind of hate the shape that I made at the tail end, but try to point a little more, just a little bit. It's okay. I do wish that there was a better shimmer. There's a third one. This one right here. It's different, so we're just gonna use that one right on top. I lied, because again, on the hand, it's barely different. So I can definitely say with some certainty that because it's so limiting, it's kind of hard to make things that are very diverse. But for what it is, I like it. I do quite like it a lot. I did bring a little bit too much though. Just blend them together. So I think this is the final look for this eye and the Corpse Bride palette. Now that I've used it, it's pigmented enough to where I'm not dissatisfied with it. But at the same time, I feel like it's pretty accurate. I mean, Corpse Bride was very two-toned. Grayscale, blue scale. So it's pretty accurate. And so I can appreciate that. They didn't add anything random like a pop of green or something like that. Because then it really just wouldn't have fit the theme. think that's as good as it's gonna get. I am gonna put on eyeliner once I finish this eye. Okay, so what we're gonna do for the We're All Mad Here palette is instantly gonna dip into the purples instead. I'm also glad that this palette comes with a very large mirror. So we're instantly gonna deep dive right into this purple and then that purple. Let me clean off some brushes because I still haven't washed them. Still have not washed them. I know, I'm ashamed. Okay, so I am gonna dip into the, I guess, lighter of the purples first. I already know what shimmer I'm gonna go for. Make sure my creases are filled. I can like barely make it out. I'm gonna kind of put it all over the lid. It's running very gray on my camera. Now that I've just kind of got it on the top portion of my eye, I am going to dip into the deeper of the purples to see if it's actually going to show up on camera. Yes, great. Great. Fill in my outer lid into the crease. I'm like, maybe I should have started with the purple first. Bring it out a little more. It does not want to play nicely today. And it could also be the brush that I'm using. Just pack on some more, bring it in. It's giving a little patchy. Let's see. Just blend it out at this point. I'm liking it a little bit more now. Add some more. Bring it out into that kind of wing that I like. Essentially packing down as much color as I can. Except I put on way more than I meant to. So we're gonna dip back into that lighter purple and start to blend as much as I can. Blend out. It's not really blending out as much as I want, but it's definitely my fault because I put on way more than I meant to. I do wish that there was a purple shimmer in this palette because I think it would have been great, but the gray, the mint, and then the very soft blue, they're my favorites. I haven't really used the orange shimmer. There's a green one and there's like an icy blue. Ooh. Now I'm conflicted about which shimmer I want to use, but also it's gonna blend it up a bit more. I'm gonna add in some more of that darker purple in my outer corner. It like looks like my crease is not picking up color. Even though off camera it might just be the lighting, but it's there, I promise. I'm actually gonna dip into the only matte blue that I have. It's a bit deep, but I am gonna see if maybe that adds a little bit more dimension to the other corner. Just a little bit. I don't want to bring it in too much. Very interesting. As for what shimmer do I want to use, I think I'm gonna go with like an icy blue, like on this eye. But there is like a deeper blue. Very conflicted. Let's just go with the very, very icy blue that I have and see if I like that. This is the look that I typically do when it comes to this palette. I instantly just go for the deep purples, and then I round it out with this very icy blue that I've got. Wipe off my finger, and then I'm gonna go back in with a mini brush to kind of clean it up. I find it so funny because this is like a very good inner corner shade as well. Oh, it does have some fallout, which is fine. But I almost never use it like in my inner corner. I typically just put it all over the lid. I do need some kind of inner corner difference, so I'm gonna go into like this electric. Excuse me. Yeah, I like that. Actually, that would have went perfect on this eye. Okay, I'm gonna dip into the lighter purple, and I'm actually gonna bring it a little bit more down. Yeah, right into that blue. And then as for the under eye, I think I'm gonna actually just dip into the deep blue first. Tap that out because that's also super powdery. And you can see it, my eye bags are even, yeah, just as bad. They're worse on my other eye. But again, I'm gonna bring it down a little more. Okay, and then I am gonna dip into the light purple. See if I can smoke it out a little bit. You could sort of see it. And then let's dip into the deeper purple. Yeah, and you can make it out, but not too much. I'm gonna dip into the deep purple and the deep blue. I just want to make that a little bit more prominent, which is okay. And then I think, yep, just Fallout Central. Fallout New Vegas. I'm gonna use this big fluffy brush to just kind of see if that got rid of some of it. And it did, at least a little bit, but now because the shimmers are quite glittery, it didn't get rid of not nearly enough as much as I would have liked it to. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna add that last little bit of highlighter to my nose. I'm reaching into my, wow, you can't see it, Dream Sequence ColourPop, super old. I think I got this for a friend back in 2018 actually, now that I think about it. So first I used one shade, and then I did use another one directly on top. I'm also going to just put some right there. So next we are going to do a very basic nude and gloss, nothing crazy. Because I don't really want to put on a dark lip. Did overline a little bit. And then I think I'm just gonna add gloss on top. This used to be clear. It's not clear anymore. It is from Essence. No, it's not sponsored. Have you guys seen all of the Essence sponsorships going around? It's like to the point where if I scroll on TikTok and I see someone like, oh, the best Essence products, I know they're lying. I'm just saying. I don't believe them. But the Essence glosses are really good. Now I'm gonna add some eyeliner. We are gonna try, which one do I want? I have tons of eyeliner. Oh, well, there's this LA Girl Line Art matte eyeliner. I think I'm just gonna go right here. To add even more dimension to like my under eye. And then once again, it just happens to be the first one I reached for. It is Rare Beauty. I definitely did bring the wing out way too far. That's what you do when you mess up. You just expand, I guess. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And I don't know if I can get them to match either. They definitely do not match, but you know what? It's as good as it's gonna get. Because one expands way past my eyebrow. And one is, it's also way higher. Alright, we tried. Just, it's a bad, bad eyeliner day today. But that's fine. I'm probably gonna clean it up right after I get off camera. And like take a photo or something. Okay, so here is the final look. This is the Corpse Bride side. This is the We're All Mad Here side. Please ignore the very bad eyeliner that I did on both of them. We've got a basic brown lip liner and some lip gloss. I think if I had to pick a palette that I like one versus the other, I'm definitely going to go with the We're All Mad Here palette, even though this look does not do this palette justice at all. Like, I didn't use the orange, I didn't use the green, versus the, you know, the Newlyweds palette, simply because it has more colors. The Newlyweds is very limited. If you want to do a blue icy look, you know, circa that really interesting cold girl era or whatever, it fits. It'll be very well done. The blues are really phenomenal. And even though Revolution doesn't have very good palettes half the time, it's very hit or miss, this palette is actually pretty good. It's a little bit, you know, dusky, you know, there's a little bit of fallout, but the mattes had no fallout. It was just the shimmer had a little bit. Other than that, if you have it, I hope that this was even a little bit of inspiration despite my really bad eyeliner. But other than that, I've just been having a lot of fun playing with these palettes. And guess what? We're going to do another one because we still have a couple spooky palettes left and I'm trying to get them done because guess what? I'm going to an anime convention very soon. So I will be at Anime Weekend Atlanta, just hanging out, checking out the deals, seeing if they have any games that we're looking for. And the Artist Alley is probably my favorite part whenever I go to these cons. So I'm like super excited for it. I'm really happy to be making content. I really like this eye though. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. You can find me on Twitch at THXWanderer. After this weekend, I will be back to my regular streaming. It's been a while. I still am going to play a horror game. I might end up just like stacking horror games in the last week leading up to Halloween. We'll see. But I am going to be back to streaming. It's going to be a really great time. Come check me out. Bye!